On Monday, an article from Men's Health chronicled the offseason of Los Angeles Lakers superstar Luka Doncic, who is hoping to rid himself of the image of an out-of-shape, overweight player. The article was accompanied by pictures of Doncic, who seems to be in his slimmest form since his rookie season 7 years ago. One notable portion of the article claimed that Doncic recorded a 42-inch vertical leap at the 2018 NBA Combine. Just one problem: Doncic wasn't in attendance at the 2018 NBA Combine, per Yahoo Sports. One possible explanation for the mishap was floated by Locked On Mavs reporter Nick Angstad on X, formerly Twitter. That Men's Health article on Luka Doncic claims he had a 42-inch vertical at the Combine, but Luka didn't participate in the Combine, he noted. It seems like the author just got that from the Google AI summary, which mistakes Dante DiVincenzo's vertical leap number for Luka's. However, it is also possible that the Google AI summary only listed that number thanks to the article on Doncic. Overall, we'll never know what was actually being referenced, but it's highly unlikely that Doncic ever recorded a 42-inch vertical, or anything particularly close to that number, for that matter. A busy summer for Luka Doncic. Vertical leap fabrications aside, Lakers fans still have to be encouraged by the recent photos of Doncic, which showed the star in slim condition and seemingly ready for the 2025-26 NBA season to begin right now. Members of the Dallas Mavericks leveled some stark accusations at Doncic in the wake of their shocking trade last winter, including that he was out of shape and unwilling to be a member of a defense-first team. Doncic didn't exactly do a ton to dispel those rumors during his few months with the Lakers last year, but it seems like he's taken that criticism to heart so far this offseason by transforming his body. If Doncic can maintain that level of conditioning throughout the upcoming 2025-26 season, the Lakers could be much more of a threat than originally anticipated. The Lakers' schedule is set to come out in August. When Nico Harrison decided to trade superstar Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks to the Los Angeles Lakers, it sent shockwaves throughout the NBA. Doncic never wanted to leave Dallas, never asked out, and was beloved by the fanbase. To trade in the middle of the night with no warning, getting fleeced in the process, was an abominable decision. It didn't help that the Mavericks consistently bashed Doncic at every opportunity on his way out the door, with numerous reports surfacing about how displeased they were with Doncic's conditioning and care of his body. His calf strain on Christmas Day was the final straw, as they couldn't come to an agreement on how he should recover. Everyone knew the trade would be the ultimate motivation for Doncic. Someone who is wired like him and can find motivation in the smallest things was going to take this disrespect and make them suffer for it. And so far, it seems like Doncic is taking things seriously. Doncic was on the cover of the latest Men's Health magazine with the caption, "Luka Doncic muscles up. The skinny on the Lakers star's summer shred." The articles detail a few things Doncic has done to get in better shape, including immediately improving his diet. The Lakers season ended on April 30th in the playoffs, and by May 5th, he was in Slovenia getting in shape, fasting from 8:30 p.m. to noon every day. They detailed his off-season training regimen, where they found a way to keep a basketball out of his hands for a month. When he finally picked up a basketball for his first hour-long workout, he felt better than ever. It helps that Doncic was able to recover from injuries this offseason, something he wasn't able to do last year after the NBA Finals and going straight into Olympic qualifiers. With the new-look Doncic, he should be the frontrunner for MVP, assuming he can stay healthy. The Miami Heat have casually been linked to LeBron James over the last couple of months, as whispers continue to spread about his potential discontent in Los Angeles. However, as he inches closer and closer to the open market, the Heat's stance on LeBron is going to become clearer in the next few months. From all indications, it does seem as if there's a very real chance that LeBron could be entering his final season in a Los Angeles Lakers uniform. Longtime NBA insider Mark Stein doesn't believe that LeBron is going to end his career in a Lakers uniform. And if that's the case, a team like the Heat will be in a great position to potentially make a play for him, whether that's via trade before the 2026 NBA trade deadline or in free agency next year. The Heat have positioned themselves to be flexible enough to pursue both avenues. If Miami has any level of interest in LeBron, we're going to find out just how much over the next few months. Considering the Heat will be under immense pressure to make a big move, LeBron can't be considered off the table by any means. The Heat must make a big move in the next 12 months. With the way the last couple of years have gone, there's been a bad narrative growing around the idea that the Heat can't close the deal on star players. And to be quite honest, the evidence is quite overwhelming between failed pursuits of Bradley Beal, Damian Lillard, and Kevin Durant, among others. But heading into this season, all of that could change. The Heat are finally in a spot where they have the flexibility to make a big move. Over the next few months, that position is only likely to improve, especially considering the possible other moves they could make regarding Andrew Wiggins' future. There's a very real chance that the Heat will be sitting in a prime position to make a move for a star player. Could, or will LeBron factor into those plans at all? At this point, that's difficult to predict. However, if Miami wanted, it could strongly pursue a reunion with LeBron. And if it does get to that point, LeBron could be one of the most realistic possibilities on the table. You'd imagine that the Heat almost have to figure out a way to make a move for a star player in the next 12 months. Maybe LeBron is not at the top of their list, but he could be entertained if Miami struggles to find realistic options. At the very least, it's worth keeping an eye on LeBron's situation with the Lakers. Make no mistake, we're going to find out an awful lot about the Heat's feelings about LeBron, especially if he ends up being one of the most available star players on the market. One of the biggest NBA rumors this offseason that just won't die is the LeBron James' potential future with the Los Angeles Lakers. James opted into his contract for the 2025-26 season and has not at all suggested that he won't play out this season with the Lakers. But following cryptic comments made by his agent Rich Paul, the NBA world lit up with speculation that James could ultimately be traded. But apparently there is a bigger topic at hand than James' future, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo's future with the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks have made moves this offseason towards contending in what's shaping up to be a wide-open Eastern Conference. But still, NBA teams are reportedly watching Giannis Antetokounmpo's situation with the Bucks much more closely than LeBron James and the Lakers, as per longtime NBA insider Mark Stein. The offseason of 2027 is shaping up to potentially be a major one. Both Antetokounmpo and Denver Nuggets star Nikola Jokic can enter unrestricted free agency should they decline their player options and/or fail to reach a contract extension with their current teams. NBA teams are already positioning themselves for that situation, as per Clutch Points Lakers insider Anthony Irwin. Since the Bucks won the NBA championship in 2021, they have failed to get out of the second round of the NBA playoffs. The Bucks have suffered 3 straight opening round playoff eliminations, although injuries have played a factor in that. Antetokounmpo remains one of the elite players in the NBA and was selected to his 9th consecutive All-Star appearance. He appeared in 67 games this past season at a little over 34 minutes per game. He averaged 30.4 points, 11.9 rebounds, 6.5 assists, and 1.2 block shots with splits of 60.1% shooting from the field, 22.2% shooting from the three-point line, and 61.7% shooting from the free throw line. During the Bucks' opening round playoff series against the Indiana Pacers, Antetokounmpo put up 33.0 points per game.